So I'm at the Treasury Department today. So you know what that means, right? I'm here to talk about big money. Not really. Alright, and so in this video I want to talk about what I spend in a month as a software engineer in the Northern Virginia area near DC. So this is going to be based on what I spent for the month of January because I'm not going to take an average over every single month I've been alive because it's probably different, but it's just going to be from the month of January. So some might be higher than normal, some might be lower than normal, but it should be okay. And the one thing that isn't okay is that I spent $980 on auto and transport. So I'm finding all this data from mobile app Mint. I'm not sponsored by them, it's just where I got the data from. So I spent $980 on my car. It is a Toyota Camry, and what was wrong with it was that I had to repair the power steering tubes, and I took it to a shop to do that because yeah, I could have fixed it myself, but I mean, yeah, I don't really have a good excuse why I didn't fix it myself because I guess my only excuse would be I don't really know how. And then I think it was $300-$400 in labor out of that $980. So I could have just bought the parts myself and then done the work myself, which would probably save maybe $300-$400, which would have been pretty good instead of $980 for a freaking just the steering. The reason I wanted to get it done is because they told me that if I don't get it done, then it will be more costlier down the line because I would have to fix more expensive part of the car, maybe a pinion or something. I don't remember what they said. They could have been lying to me. I probably got tricked, but whatever. At least I know that they fixed it instead of me, and I could have just messed up. All right, the next most expensive piece of what I spent in January this month was rent for my house, I guess rent for the house I'm living in. So I live with 3 roommates that are here all the time, and then one that's here a couple times a week. So they all pay their, I guess, fair share. So the rent for the house total is around $3,000, $3,300. So I pay $611 per month out of that fair share because the master bedroom, of course, pays more because they get more space, better bathroom, and whatnot. So that's not me, so that's fine. So I used to pay $480 per month, and that's because we had an extra roommate, but they they moved out because they wanted to live by themselves, which kind of makes sense. Living with 4 other people, sometimes 5, can be a lot. All right, the next highest category of my spending is my food, and I regretfully say that I've spent $380 per month on my spending on food, which seems like a lot, and it is a lot for one person. Though, I mean, I am kind of tall and I kind of eat a lot, so I mean, maybe that's why it's a little bit above the average, or maybe not above I don't know the average, but it's definitely a lot more than what it could be. All right, I'm gonna go through what all that food money goes into. So I do get a lot of groceries, but I mean, oftentimes I do, I guess, eat out and I try to cook my own food. Recently I made fried rice and kung pao chicken. It's just sometimes even though I made it yesterday, sometimes Chick-fil-A or maybe not Chick-fil-A, a lot of Chipotle. So I've had in this last month 3 orders of Papa John's. So usually breadsticks or maybe pizza. I usually get a lot lower price than what some other people get, but that's still contributes. 6 orders Chipotle. I usually just get either steak or chicken bowl. I usually try to get as much as possible. I do Chipotle hacks. I usually ask for the tortilla on the side. I just always ask for the vegetables as well, or the fajitas, and I just kind of get everything that I can get, which is pretty nice. I'm a part of the rewards program as well, so that 6 orders Chipotle, what is that, let's say $10 each? That's $60. So that's where a good portion of that 380 is coming from. I went to Chick-fil-A 2 times this last month. I went to Pizza Hut once, kind of similar to Papa John's. I went to Pho once, and I don't normally go to pho. This was because I went to Florida with some friends and we had pho, which was nice. Except it wasn't really. It was a pho place, but I got kind of like Chinese food. I went to Moe's once, kind of like the Chipotle replacement. I wanted to try out Moe's since I never go there. I went to this Chinese place nearby me like twice. One time though, like my credit card, I have the American Express Gold card. They reimbursed me $10 for it, so it's kind of more like once there on the Moe's. And then 5 times I went to the grocery store, and I guess this food of $380 that doesn't that doesn't include like things that I buy at the grocery store, or that I guess that does include things that I buy at the grocery store that I are not food. So this could be like lotions, gloves, toothpaste, like hair gel, stuff like that. My hair isn't gelled, but you know what I mean. So yeah, overall, I definitely could cook more. I just felt like I don't know, eating a lot. I do run every day, so I guess that contributes to me eating even more, and I guess to a higher food bill. But I guess I would rather be healthy than not healthy, so that's why I like to run, and that makes me, I guess, eat more. What else can I say? All right, the next segment of my spending was on shopping, and I spent $241 on shopping this month. So I bought a new chair recently. It's because my old chair, well, it broke. It kind of like the side piece broke, so I needed a new one because the one I'm currently sitting in right now, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not very good for my posture. So it's $150 for this new chair, but I mean, hopefully it'll last a while. Because the last one literally I had it for like a month or two or something like that, and I leaned back too hard in it, and it just kind of like cracked the side piece. But maybe it was a really cheap chair, like $75. So, or maybe that's not really cheap. I could probably definitely find a cheaper one, but I want a decent one, decent quality. Next I got for shopping was $30, some lights. I mean, I need lights so I could maybe shoot better videos and whatnot. I got a charger for my laptop. Oh my god, this was so annoying. So I lost my charger at my laptop charger. I don't even use my laptop ever because I have a desktop. And I lost a charger at an airport on my way to Tampa when I went down there for the holidays, and $54 for a charger. Kind of ridiculous. Big ridic. Next piece of my shopping was computer case, $80. My old computer case was like huge. Like it was probably double the size of my current computer case. That doesn't really tell you anything because you don't know my you don't know what my current one is, but the current one is like $80. My old one was really big, and the reason why I wanted this to be replaced is because I had it for since my junior year of high school, when it was first built by, I guess, my friend and I. So it's been a long time, and my current motherboard, the fans didn't really stop spinning with it. So I kind of wanted a way to, I don't know. It was so loud that I needed a new case so fans wouldn't always spin whenever, because it was just kind of like hurting my ears, and I had it for like over eight years. So I kind of needed. I guess I didn't need it. It was a want, but my ears are better than $80. Yeah. All right. Next piece of my spending is on my student loan. So I spent $115. That's like my payment every month. So that's pretty regular. That's probably the most regular thing on here. I've been paying that off for a couple, I guess 2 years now, since I graduated from college. So I have about $2,000 left. I've paid, I guess, bigger chunks this last year because I have had more money to pay it off. So I will pay that off probably within like a couple months, if not the next month. So I've been trying to contribute more to my Roth IRA though, because that will be better for my retirement, even though the interest rate on the student loan is probably very low, because I don't know the exact interest rate. It's pretty low since it's like a government student loan. All right, on to my favorite part, the bills. I have $178 in recurring, well, maybe not recurring, and you'll see why, but $178 I spent like on normal bills that are supposed to be like monthly bills. So $16 was our internet split. We have, I think, Verizon Fios, and we split that evenly across the 4 or 5 of us. We have, so that's $16, and I got the Google phone plan this month, so that's $23. I thought that was ridiculously cheap, because what I used to have was the T-Mobile phone plan, which I also paid for that this month, which was the $68. And just basic math, like that's almost 2 to 3 times. The T-Mobile was 2 to 3 more times more expensive than the T-Mobile one, and the reason behind that is because I don't use my phone. Like I always have Wi-Fi on my phone, so if I want to make a call, it'll just be through the Wi-Fi. So I don't see the benefit of spending that extra $40 on the phone. I mean, it's I just got this cheap. It's called the Pocophone. It's like a cheap phone. I mean, it works fine. It's a little bit cracked. Don't know if you can see that, but it works fine. So I don't really use my internet outside of my house that often. So if I did though, then I would have to pay a little bit more for the internet. But it would still be less than T-Mobile's plan of $68 a month. And then the last piece on the bills is electricity. I don't know why, but we spent $70 on electricity. I spent $70 on electricity this month. It was a little bit more for the whole house, $280 for the whole house. I don't know why we're spending so much on that, but I mean, what can I do? And then the final category is my other category, because it's kind of like unrelated to most things. So I spent like maybe $88 total on this in the other category, and that is because I got a Lyft ride because I needed to go to the airport at one time. I went to I got my United Airlines carry-on fee, but it should have been refunded. I think it was refunded because my credit card, American Express Gold, I'm not sponsored by them either, but I think they have like refunds for airline fees, so that should have been, it was like $30 for airline fee because I brought in a carry-on bag, and it was like $30. And then the last one was like a video game for a friend because a friend wanted to play a game on Steam. Anyways, that's it for my bills. So I mean, I feel like the number one thing I could probably improve on would be kind of the food. I could definitely get that down probably to a 200 or less if I just stop going out as much. Because I've had this tradition where I just go to Chipotle every Friday, and it's not a good tradition because Chipotle usually has a lot of calories. It's probably not the healthiest for me. I mean, it has vegetables and protein and stuff like that, but I could definitely cut that out. Pizza Hut is definitely not healthy for me, or Papa John's. They're definitely not healthy. And Chick-fil-A is definitely not healthy as well. The white bread in there, or chicken tender is probably a little bit better than the white bread. But anyways, I should cut those out if I was going to do anything. I can't really get my rent any lower than that unless I lived in a van, which I was considering doing since I work remotely. But I said no to living in a van because my rent is just too low to, like, $611 a month. Like I could maybe find a cheap van for like $6,000 or something like that, or maybe like $10,000, but it would be a lot of effort, and it probably wouldn't be as cheap as my current rent right now. Even though the van would last kind of forever, pseudo forever, it would probably last maybe like 10 years depending on what time I buy it. It's always been a big dream of mine to live in a van, just because you get the freedom of drive anywhere. I want to go to all the national parks. So I mean, I still might do that in the future one day. Right now, if I have roommates, why not use them? I mean, not use them, but use them to get a cheaper rent price. You know what I mean. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe and whatnot and like it. See ya.